That's right. Got our inventory management done, or food management in general. Main highlight is that we have a +5 weapon with divine damage bonus, Holy Avenger, and a keen ability. +5 full plate and power shield with a lot of 42 saving throw bonuses. Lot of immunity with all the buffs we could think of from crafting recipes. Fire immunity 50%, damage reduction against +2 weapons and lower. Haste, immunity to spell levels 3 or lower, immunity to mind affecting spells, brute evasion, will save and throw, spell resistance. And 8 abilities seems to be the maximum we can add to a single item. We have basic immunities covered, and I think there was 3 other items. Spell School Immunity Evocation. Slashing resist 35 because that's where most of the physical damage comes from. I think there was 1 ring. Yeah, negative energy 90% immunity. This is to test how well this protects against the harm spell, which reduces us normally to a single hit point. But if this blocks 90% of that damage, that's practical protection against that ability. The strength belt of bullshitness, and that's about it. Others have some abilities, but they're mainly for the death immunity, freedom, and mind affecting immunity, level drain immunity, that sort of crap.
Hold this place. Let nothing uproot you.
Our strength is still lackluster. It is what it is, though. I don't think I've explored this area fully yet. I think I came from there and entered here, and that's it. Yes, that makes sense. It's the door to the Beholder. No, they don't really have much. There's a couple of wizards there, though. I want the Hive Defender to do an acid burst on this group. There's an invisible wizard here somewhere. Yeah, kill the rogue if you have to. The rogue did 36 damage to me. I basically think the damage protection provided by this cloak is not really applying. Yeah, that's to be expected, though.
I drink your blood!
I was fully aware of that when I chose it. I wanted to get away from the current protection item we had. We have a lot of protection against piercing damage if we really want to. Like percentage based. So if things become bad for us, we can always switch around. Still, most of the incoming damage is slashing, so it's not doing anything to us. We have 2 high percentage level immunities, which will stack, and I can get over 100% immunity bonus to piercing damage, making me ability. I can ignore piercing damage at that point. But I would have to give up item slots to get it. I'd rather focus on offensive abilities if possible. We are looking for new type of items. Especially belts were a disappointment when I looked through my collection. Just horrible, horrible belts. Damage bonus versus neutral good. Not gonna bother taking that. Right, we are... The Holy Avenger seems to work. Think. No, this is a critical hit. It only works against evil creatures, not neutral, so probably doesn't work against these. I'd have to be facing certain evil creatures to test it out. It's supposed to be a paladin only spell, but on an item I would imagine it would work on anyone who can just use it.
Here you meet your end!
Reduced item weight. Well, it's not totally worthless, but it's close to it.
What?
Some guys I know long for you to exterminate all enemies in certain areas on level 3.
Yeah. Yeah, sure, come along. More the merrier. Sorcerer Wizard.
Hold this place. Let nothing uproot you.
Yeah. You need to guard the rear, dude. I'll just continue adventuring. There's a secret area here, probably. There's a lot of dark area here. Yep, there's the secret door. Any beholders? Not seeing anything particularly interesting.
Here you meet your end!
There are too many rogues attacking us. They have an attack bonus of around 20, so we would need the armor class 40 to be able to ignore them.
Let's go!
Yeah, the rogues are doing like 50 points of damage to me.
Let's see what you've got!
Also, I'm not sure if I have any real regeneration power anymore. I certainly forgot to add the life drain ability to the weapon. It's not that big of a deal. Health potions aren't exactly super expensive or anything. I can afford them. It's more or less a change in thinking that's necessary here. To be fair, I'm ignoring all spell attacks pretty much. So that's a significant change in how things used to be. Piercing damage is our only current threat. I can counter that too if I really want to. I just need to be careful about the sneak attacks. The rogues have to be targeted first. And target the rogue. I mean, the piercing attack damage is bad enough, but combine that with a sneak attack, and that's real trouble. The thing is, I don't think we would have to give up anything particularly important to get some of that piercing damage down. There were 3 items to our borderline sort of. They're irrelevant to our main system of defense, so we could add anything there really, as long as it helps a little bit somehow. And I'm like 90% sure that the piercing damage reductions were part of that item selection that I could have chosen with. Interesting looking arrows. We're not taking new cloaks. I'm not gonna even bother looting them anymore. The current cloak we have is too important. We can't give it up. I'm going to keep looking at merchants to see if they have better fundamental cloaks we can then start building up with recipes again. But, I find that highly probable still, so I'm not gonna bother looting random clothes. Boots are a big thing. We have terrible boots, and I'm looking forward to trying to teach them.
The good of all.
Why the hell people here? A lot of fighters, that's good. And ignore fighters, so you can ignore spellcasters to a great extent too. 3,000 to a low one. We're doing fairly well, even though we don't have any regeneration going for us. Keep on fighting, dude. What exactly would it be called? Yeah, piercing immunity items. It is damage immunity, okay. This is damage resistance. Damage immunity. Fire. 75% piercing damage immunity. We would have to give up immunity to evocation, right? Not that big of a deal. I think this works better for now. Against really high level mages, evocations. Also, I'm pretty sure the cleric attack spells might be evocations on those too. Not totally irrelevant then. That's a high level of Medusa. Well, it's a high level of Medusa. Ooh, that could be a good one. We wanted to give our item 90% acid immunity, but we were lacking a gem. Um, I don't recall what the name of the gem was. It's probably in the recipe. One glowing twilight star, I think, was we were missing. Glowing twilight star. So that's with the 5% damage reduction I have naturally with through the feat, we can add basically acid immunity to our character now. We don't have to give a shit about acid sheets anymore. There's a good chance it'll never even become relevant, but doesn't matter at this point. Whether they get it or not, I can ignore it.
The good.
Direct pool. Right, we didn't get anything particularly interesting here. The only thing would be the secret door area. But that's with this group, that's a bit of a risky thing to go and check. So I'll pass. Improved saving throws versus poison, which we are immune to. Spell resistance, will saving throws, not a bad one. Dark vision, saving throws. Haste. Pickpocket plus 14, because that's super useful in this adventure. Sonic resist 45. Sonic damage 2. 2 seeing, not a bad one. Harry plus 15. Freedom and haste on a single item. Air boots too. Not a bad one. No use for it now, but there's the but. It already has 2 good abilities as standard. There's a good chance we might be able to add the 3rd one to it at some point. Maybe not, but the possibility is there. Freedom and spell school immunity modification. Another strong contender. We can add haste to this. Don't need to, but technically. Where does freedom come from currently? Pretty sure it comes from a ring. It does nothing else. So we could get it from a glove. But the piercing immunity is more important right now. That still means I'm gonna hold on to this one. That's potential. Sneak attack 5d6 plus. Holy shit. Think of a rogue that has these items. I mean, the sneak attack damage is absolutely ridiculous at that point. The rogue would probably be in the best position to increase their attack power. Because he's the only one who can get these stupid damage increasing things in his equipment. Haste plus negative energy resist 45. I have 90% resist to negative energy already. But again, this has some potential depending on how we're gonna switch equipment around. This seems sort of pointless now. We have another gauntlet that basically does the same thing and has freedom, so unless we want dark vision for some reason really badly. Still, we're gonna need more healing potion if we actually tend to rely them on it like this. Uh, 20 would probably be a good solid amount. It's something that I don't have to get access to a merchant all that often. And if we're desperate, we can always switch in some healing equipment, or regenerative equipment, so there's always that. Still, bludgeoning damage would be our only serious threat at this point, and it's rare. It is so rare I can't think of anyone who uses it. If we would face golem type of opponents, that would be it. I don't think we've faced a single one so far. On the other hand, if we do face someone now of that kind, we have nothing to block that damage with. Stone skin maybe. Right, where do we go from here? We have to go west and south. Ooh, wizard. I don't think the Holy Avenger works, otherwise, or none of these are considered evil. I'm doing the standard divine damage, but not the extra damage on top of that. Might as well identify these items, we're so close to a merchant. Yeah, I think I didn't pick them up first time because I simply didn't have the room. Armor class bonus versus slashing. I mean, I suppose that's better than nothing, but not much better. Saving throws, regeneration, bludgeoning, armor class modifier, sonic resist, surge, freedom, reflex saving throws. Nothing good, nothing particularly horrible. Right, and we have almost 10 million gold. West and south.
Hold this place. Let nothing
How
uproot
much
you.
experience do I need? 2,500 for a level up. I could probably get that if I would just talk to people. Fingers crossed that there's not an ambush waiting for us here. Yeah, this is pretty bad. Ah, crap. Right, how do we get there without being ambushed so badly? Gonna go west.
Hold this place. Let nothing uproot you.
There is an encampment here and nothing else. Go in, close. No. Excellent.
Here.
Encampment's
Follow
here.
me.
Encampment of nothingness. Wow. Still, it's an encampment. Where's the rest?
Hold this place. Let nothing uproot you.
I could use the rest too. Better get the full health and spells for our support guys. They might accidentally get into a fight somewhere, so...
Hold this place. Let nothing uproot you.
Right, we can leave you guys here while I'll clean up the area. Perfectly safe and protected. A lot of rogues and wizards. Lot of wizards. This is bad. I can't get access to a lot of the enemies anyway though. Stuff to... Ooh, let's try confusion. Trying to add the acid immunity. Not that it matters too much. We will probably get plenty of opportunities to do it. Yeah. Defenses don't help anymore. That's a big bonus for us. Weapon is good enough to penetrate premonition. So once we see a wizard, they'll go down in seconds. Melee touch attack hit. Damage immunity absorbs 18 points of negative energy, damages me for 2 points. It works on the lesser as advertised, but it's already really the harm that's the question mark. Because it often reduces you to 1 hit point. Yeah, they're doing clerical crap on me, which is pretty much worthless. But not the type of crap I want to see. Magic damage is another one we have to counter sooner or later. Yep, that's a missile swarm. And that's a long time since I last saved the game. On the positive side, I can add acid immunity now. We have to keep the evocation immunity. I think it's more important than anything else. Other option would be magic damage resistance, a fairly high one, like 15 points at least, because we need to counter the swarms of the minor projectiles. Evocation immunity covers that. So piercing immunity versus evocation immunity. Evocation is more important because piercing guys have to come to melee against me to do their thing. So they're giving me ample opportunity to take them out. Mages can be spread all over and I have no access to them. They can spam their death against me. So evocation immunity much more vital. And the loading is quick and painless. I wonder how much the fact that we have a dozen followers tracked behind affects this. But I'm sick of this. It's just so tedious. Everything's become so tedious, and this is supposed to be just hacking and slashing and looting. So how the hell this is more tedious than just adventuring normally without any of that? You cannot. This is, I suppose, a good indication of how not to do things. The fundamental problem is things that work in some games cannot be directly transferred to others without affecting how that overall thing eventually functions. Where's the freedom? It's not that, it's this ring. This ring is basically worthless now. Don't particularly matter what we add. Actually, if it would be something useful, that'd be great. We do have physical damage blocking problems. So if we could fix that little hole a little bit, that would be great. Piercing is the problem. Negative energy resistance. This would make negative energy attacks totally ineffective. Magic resist. This is unnecessary if we have evocation block, because actually it's not totally, because beholder raise do magical damage. We could take the better damage reduction. It might not be a bad idea now, because clearly the piercing attacks are coming through. I think though that they've upgraded to +5 weaponry too. Yeah, we just don't have good rings at the moment. Negative energy blocking would be the only one, which I don't particularly care about. Right, we can add acid protection. I think I would add it to this glove. It's fundamentally a good glove to have. I doubt we're going to change it all that much. Two good abilities on it already. Damage immunity acid. Yes. 90% immunity. So this will cover acid sheath. Right, continue west directly. Rest at the camp. Save this time. On the positive side, we did get the acid immunity out of this, and a confirmation that we really need the evocation immunity.
Here, follow me.
Okay, this is different now. It's generated each time individually then. Right, now there's nothing here. Good lesson to learn. I mean, technically you could farm this a little bit naturally, because the loading times
Hold this
don't
place.
bother with
Let
it.
nothing uproot you.
But it's a possibility. Well, yeah, it's done when you enter the area the first time. Like the boss is the only dungeon boss is the only one that's determined when the dungeon is created, because it has to be located somewhere. Can't exactly be randomly dice rolled on every map generation. Everything else might as well be random. There's no point in determining it all immediately. Right. Let's see if we can go without dying this time. Definitely a different type of combat group, which is to be expected. Spell immunity, spell immunity, spell immunity. Yeah, a lot of the cleric attack spells are evocation spells as well, so we can ignore them. Skill bonus, craft weapon. Well, whoop-de-doo. Actually, none of them are all that dangerous to me. We need someone who does piercing damage to be really, really dangerous. That's something I can't really do much about. But yeah, I think the evocation immunity is going to see us through. I was thinking mage spells mainly when I took it, but it provides quite a bit of protection against clerical spells too. Probably druid spells too. It's like the vast majority of direct damage spells are evocation. Okay, the rogue is hard because it's a piercing damage fighter. It needs to be countered. Please attack it. We're gonna get over 2,000 kills from this dungeon alone. Yeah, I'm immune to the Holy Word spell too, so they can't blind me, okay? Right. The evocation immunity is much more valuable than I thought. Great will thing I think might be necromancy though. So that's still a high level spell that I have to worry about. That would also be blocked by magic damage resistance. There are mages here somewhere. Maybe not. Still, we took almost no damage from this entire fight, so we did something right. Even minor regenerative ability could see us through without any fuss. Kill the mage. We're gonna get a level up out of this or this area. Level 20. Okay, had to be a fire level. I wonder if I took a paladin level, could I use the Holy Avenger? I'm not gonna do it, just wondering if it's possible. Although it would be easy to test. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter at all. It's not like I can do anything or will do anything about it at this point. Just wondering. Hmm. This is a fighter ability only, not a generic feat. So what to take? Either Great Cleave or Improved Power Attack. I think Improved Power Attack, because not actually sure. It can speed up things here and there, but it's not that important. Great Cleave, this would be always active. That would be the main benefit. Wouldn't have to actively do a goddamn thing. Everything else is sort of rubbish. I can't take. These are rubbish, 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 rubbish. Never gonna use them. Knockdown, so unlikely to use. So unlikely. I mean, technically it can work against certain things, but I can't effectively fight like that. So what if I can knock down one caster? There's 2, 3, 4 others that can cast on me. So either I have to be able to take their hits, or I'm gonna lose anyway. Great Cleave. I sort of want the Great Cleave. It's sort of wasted, I know, but in some ways it's not. Improved Power Attack would allow us to kill a little bit faster soft targets, but we can also already kill them quite fast. And against heavier targets we can't use the Power Attack anyway. So, I mean, we're probably... yeah, take the Great Cleave. It's mostly wasted, but we can get an extra attack out of it here and there. And this is most of our fighting, is massive groups of who knows what, so it might be more useful than it seems. Right. Any beholders? Metric ton of lot of crap though, beholders or no. At least 2 Medusas. Not worried about them. I need a critical failure. Yeah, I need a critical failure, yes, but at the same time I haven't saved in a long time. That critical failure might come. The Great Cleave just means there's less pausing between when we shift from target to target. The normal cleave, there's usually you get the initial hit, but then if it doesn't correspond exactly to the change of the round, you're just sitting there for a while, waiting for the previous round to end before you continue bashing. Great Cleave, that doesn't really happen. Still, it's at most you get the bonus amount of hits as the number of attacks you do. So with a fighter, it can be somewhat useful. Most other classes more fun worthless.
By the mother's wrath!
And if it hits exactly at the end of your round, it does nothing. Still. I think the next one, if we have a similar situation, we're going to take into our own. The criticals we can do with that increase the chance of us doing 1 hit kills or 2 hit kills, so we can get more chances for greater crit attack. Ooh, Medusa. I need a critical failure. Ooh, I actually don't. Yes, I do. But I rolled a 2 this time. So, critical failures do happen. Any chance of getting around the goddamn dragon? Go for the Medusa. Go for the Medusa. Why is it so hard to attack the target I designate? Spell immunity, spell immunity, spell immunity, spell immunity. Ah, 20,000 XP to a level up.
Here you meet your end!
Dim Twilight Star. Pretty much impossible to loot anything if I just don't take this. Nothing particularly interesting, even a possibility. Dull, dull, dull. Minor heals. Something I could just get rid of now. Not really. Okay, not much of an area. There's a secret door somewhere there. We're not going to hunt that down. Single hive defender. It's odd. Suspicious. Nothing interesting. Not a goddamn thing. Less enemies than normal. Okay. We have to go south. We don't want to go against the boss man at this point. That's the only real way to get to that corner there. Ah, hopefully there's some merchant there. Alternatively, some decent recipes. Not sure what we would actually want. We have to do something about piercing. It's too common for us to have no protection against it. I'm not sure what sort of a protection would be good. It doesn't need much. We can somewhat counter sneak attacks. So just in a straight up fight, piercing weapons wielded by rogue aren't that good. They hit often enough, but still not as well as fighters, and the damage is overall poor. As long as we just manage to fight so they can't get sneak attacks. They're also easier to kill, much easier to hit too. That's actually not true. Properly built rogue is very tough to hit.
Hold
Might
this
not
place.
apply to these
Let
guys
nothing
though.
uproot you.
Also, what to expect here? Nothing, absolutely nothing. Excellent. That's wizards, beholders, werewolves, that's everything bad. No. Power attack. More beholders maybe? There are more beholders, yes. Thanks. We'll go for the beholder. Beholder is the only thing that matters. Kill the beholder before it knocks you down. You have to knock down a beholder, you just have to kill it. For fuck's sake, stack the beholder. It blocks some of its attacks. It still does a lot of magical damage. Kill the mage. Although mage would be the least threatening out of these. I need the rogues to die. Rogues are the biggest threat. It looks like a one petrified rogue. Right. We need more strength, add improved power attack to that, and things are starting to look good again. Ooh, that's a sneak attack. Can't allow that. Time stop. That's a good wizard. Instant death spell. I'm not doing all that well. Hard to say what's going on. There's a dead slot there. If you attack something, right? We're still taking a little bit of fire damage, but not that much to matter. Okay, not bad. The wizards are starting to be seriously dangerous though at this point. And I did notice that the greater cleave came in handy a few times there in the fight. So we're not a totally wasted feat. We're doing a little bit of extra damage with it here and there. Not sure how much in the end it matters, but that's sort of the thing with these feats. As long as you get some kind of minor benefit out of it, it's worth it. Because none of it is all that vital to what we mainly want to achieve. We've already got all those feats. Beholders. I see forming queens now. I have no idea what they do. I'm not seeing anything particularly dangerous. I mean, fundamentally dangerous to us. So we're just gonna go into gas. A couple of rogues, but that's it. I don't think they have what it takes to really damage me. Wait a minute, what happened to his fire shield? I don't know. I stopped taking damage. Fire shield doesn't last a long time, but it lasts longer than that. I was wondering, does the dispel effect from the Holy Avenger, is it active? So did my attacks dispel his fire shield? And certainly I'm not doing extra damage to it, because it's every time I do damage it's divisible by the automatic 2 damage I do. Either 2 or 8 points, nothing else. So the extra damage is certainly not being applied. Just wondering, is the other effect being applied? Looks like rogues. What type of damage was that? I'm not actually sure. A fighter damages me with 39 points of physical damage. Not sure if I really absorbed any of that. Troglodyte fighter. Yeah, they use piercing weapons. That's the thing. Also sneak attacks. That explains it. So they look like fighters, but they act like rogues. Please attack the fucker who does damage to you, not the one who is incapable of damaging you. That's a hole in our defense that has to be addressed. That looks like a blunt damage weapon, another one I have no protection against. He is hitting well regardless. He has a 27 attack bonus, so he can easily hit armor class 40, 46. Yeah, we're not dodging that yet. One rogue. Ooh, Medusa. Not a bad fight. We need to get some kind of a basic regeneration going, even if it's just from draining life from attacks. Doesn't have to be much, but it would compensate for a lot of the life we lose. Most of it is just minor drain that happens here and there. I'm pretty sure there's a rogue there somewhere. Nothing particularly interesting. Ooh. Rogues, wizards, queens, kobolds, clerics. Some of the fighters might also be backstabbing type, although it doesn't look like that. Bombardier beetles are... ooh, this is a good fight for us. The bombardier beetles are located in a way that they will basically shoot through their own guys. Where did that 40 damage comes from? Ah, they are fucking rogues. At least one rogue, that's all it took. Gotta go for the rogues, that's where the damage is.
I'll see you dead.
Certainly wizards, but something that can damage me, not the right, there's at least 2 more rogues. You can reach the target, I know you can.
You will die.
The good of all!
For fuck's sake, just try to kill something. The cleric there I would like to get rid of. The rogue.
Meet your end!
Why don't you attack the rogue? No, everything but the rogue. I just don't get that. Because you have only one fundamental guy there poses a threat to you, and you ignore it, giving him the opportunities. I mean, it would be much better to just take the hits from the other ones. Much better. I do need to attack the wizards. Right. This is gonna hurt. Or it wilting is something I can't really escape. It's lightning I can.
The good of all!
Rat poop.
By the mother's wrath!
Buckled out fighters, backstabbing the kind. Okay, give me a true seeing potion. I'm mostly worried that mages. Backstabbing fighter. $15,000. Good looking armor. It doesn't have enough armor class though. At the same time, I'm not sure how much that matters. Against fighters it doesn't. They're gonna hit me anyway. Against the others it does make a difference. For some reason we're getting Warhammers again. Don't really have much hope that they would be better than the one I currently have. I hope they are, but I don't think so. They're always... the enchantment levels always drags behind what you can buy. Heal up first. Half health is not a good place to start a new big fight. DB holders. Shaman, wizard, warrior, wizard. We're mostly good. The human wizard there is a problem. That's something we would need to get rid of. So the Baron is probably a sneaker. To get rid of him. And I don't think it matters anymore. Still, I should have taken down these guys first. Sooner or later they're gonna have spells that I have to start worrying about. Yeah, Dispel Magic, Drider Wizard, Elemental Shield. So it's I don't think I'm causing it though. They're throwing Dispel Magic on me, and it's an area effect. So I think they're just screwing their own allies. Shape change. That might be useful. There is a way to be immune toward petrification, things like that. It is shape change. Certain shapes are naturally immune to it. Like if you're in wraith form, you don't have anything to petrify. If you're a golem, you cannot be petrified and things like that. They're just basically excluded from petrification effect entirely. And everything that can petrify other things, I think it's excluded too. As in, they have some sort of natural ability to do it. So shape shifting allows you to at least transform to an iron golem. That would be immunity to it. It would not be my first choice though, but sometimes things can get bad, so having it as an option would be a good idea. There's a secret room, probably a secret room. Anything else? Still a surprising amount of things to do here. 15,000 to level up. Wait a sec. We've cleared half the level. I'd hate to die at this point. If there are, I'm not too worried about it because this lacks the enemies that usually cause that. A lot of rogues and beholders can do it, and fairly reliably too. Simply, if the target selection goes a little bit wrong, there's nothing I can do about it. I need to quickly be able to take something out. With beholders, I think the best way is more or less just throw some kind of a confusion spell there, because the beholder automatic targeting will start shooting at things, and then the whole dynamic of the group gets murky. They'll start fighting among each other. At the very least, it'll offer alternative targets to the beholders. Allows me to take them out. An empty room. I don't mind this. There's still at least one fight left, without a doubt. This beholder. I don't have confusion, by the way, so that's nice. And I don't think I can get the beholder quickly enough. We'll pull back. Any bombardier beetles here? No. I think the easiest way to solve this little quandary would be to come from the other direction. But the reason being that they have a acid spitting bug on this side. So if it sprays its acid on the entire group, there's again going to be some immediate reaction from the beholder. So even if I can't get to it, I can probably get them to fight each other. It's an immature... No, there are multiple beholders. Ugh, this is gonna be shit. The immature ones are a bigger problem. Petrified. Yep, there it is. Fortitude save failure, critical failure. Didn't do a goddamn thing about it. Glad I saved. 5% chance of failure. Out of curiosity, how long does it take to load? About 15 seconds so far. $25, 30. It's an entire minute. $45. It's more than a minute. It is. Jesus Christ. There's the minute mark. It's not even properly loading. It's handling all the information, properly creating the module files or whatever. Yeah, it's gonna be a minute and a half at least at this point. Yeah, there's the minute and a half. Is it loading at all anymore? Seriously? Yeah, this is terrible. It's 2 minutes. And there's no movement here for at least a minute. Yeah, it just fucking takes forever. And I'm not sure what's causing it either. It's not like when looking at the computer, it doesn't look like it's doing all that much. It sort of looks similar to how Fallout sometimes does,
Let nothing
where it doesn't really load properly. I don't know what it does in the background. Do I want to go against beholders? I have nothing to gain except experience. I'm not giving up, and I've cleared everything else, so why the fuck would I let these guys live? But I need something. If I just rush in there, there's a great chance I'll end up dying again, so that's another 2.5 minutes I'll have to twiddle my thumbs. But there's a 5% chance per barrage that that's just going to happen, and I don't see what I could really do about it. Petrify their ass, finger of death. It's worth a try. It's easier to do that than fight my way to the immature beholder. Well, make the saving throw. I'm bailing. I can throw things through walls, that's a new experience for me. Yeah, the important part thing is that it gets things moving up there. The holder is unlikely to do any kind of a thing to it. Right, I'll clean up this level and there. Hopefully without getting killed this time. Still not much I can do about this. 2 fingers and go.
The god of all!
Why don't you finish that one? Gotta go for the beholder. That's it. I think that's the only fighting we have to remain here. So we'll loot this and... There's not that many areas we still have to go through here, but there's probably at least half done. And there's no telling how badly things can get in them. I feel like this was sort of light on the fighting front, and it still got us killed. On the positive side, we are good enough to resist their telekinetic attack at these stages. Never got knocked down anymore, so the investment in mind effect and saving throws was certainly... will saving throws was certainly paying off now. So, not everything is bad for us. But there's just no protection against that one goddamn ability. Actually, we could try the shape-shifting. I mean, I don't care about spell casting, and I might retain a lot of my immunities even in shape-shifted forms. I'll also start keeping fire bombs. They seem to be quite great. I mean, if I can throw them through walls and all that. Right. Where do we stand? Gotta be west. East. Yes, east. Ooh, you were waiting for me. How many quests do we still have available that aren't finished? There aren't that many areas left, so surely we should be able to start wrapping things up. I'll talk to our guys here. See if we can get some experience. It doesn't really matter all that much. 13,000 plus for a level up. Man group. Now, if you could all stand still, that'd be great.
Nothing uproot you.
Please to good.
Yay! 6,000 something for level 1.